Okay, this is the first theoretical or the basic one. The pawn is on the 6th rank, and let me bring the coordinations for you guys. The pawn is on the 6th rank and 2 step to become queen. If this position, if it's white move, white can manage to make queen. If it's black move, the game is draw. So if it's white move, as I said, you push the pawn, king cannot go, cannot take it, cannot go here, cannot go here, cannot go here. So king has to go to e7, and then king goes to f7, and next move you make a queen. And then of course everybody knows how to make checkmate with the queen. So I'll show you how to make queen and how to checkmate it. If you already don't know, let's say king move, you make queen, and then there are multiple ways to make checkmate very quickly. The idea is you need to push this king towards edges, either this side, or this side, and then with the help of your king you can checkmate. So for example, here I see that there are only 3 steps this side, and my king is close to this area, right? So my king is close to these areas that I said. So I would like to force the king to stay in this area and try to checkmate him. For example, I bring my queen here. So now my queen is making a kind of prison for this king, and this king has to only play in this area if I don't touch my queen. So if queen moves, if king moves, let's say here, then I make the prison a little bit more smaller. So if king moves here, I bring my queen here. If king moves here, I bring my queen here. If here, then I bring my queen here. Now the king has only 2 steps. Be careful, once king moves here, do not move your queen to this square, because now king doesn't have any square to go and the game is forced draw. So keep your queen somewhere that the king has at least 1 step for freedom, and then the next idea is to just need to bring your king close to the king and then checkmate. So let's say you bring your king here, king move, king move, king move, king move, and then next move is checkmate. You can checkmate even here, so you can even checkmate here. So that was the first theoretical knowledge about the pawn. So let's see the next position, which is this position, where this is black to move in this position. So in this position, black has to do only 1 move to make a draw, and that is king c8. King in front of the king, they call it opposition. So now it's white to move. If white move the pawn with check, the game is draw, because you go and block the pawn, and king has to come in front of the pawn to defend this pawn. Otherwise, if it goes somewhere else, like these squares, then you lose the pawn. So king goes in front of king. Now this king doesn't have any square to go and cannot take the pawn, so the game is draw. So you may ask why white should push the pawn. If you don't push the pawn and go somewhere else, let's say either of these squares, the kings come and block the pawn. If you go somewhere else, you lose. So you have to block the pawn. And now, regardless of kings goes either side, you have to go up and down until you can't go up, because king is either this place. Okay, white king is either on this square or this square. Then you have to take opposition. So for example, if I go here, you have to go down. If I go here, you have to go up. If I go here, you have to go down. If I go here, then you have to make opposition. Again, it's the same position as before. If I push with check, you come behind the pawn and it's draw. If you go here, and then, yeah, as I said, the same position. So if here, 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 then again you make opposition in this area. So pawn we check, king goes to d8, and that's again theoretical draw. So let's see the next position. This position is actually, the pawn is not in the 6th rank, and it's black to move. So what to do here? So here, if it's white move, uh, and white push the pawn, black can again simply make a draw by playing king e8. So if you go here, king d8 is a draw. So be careful in this kind of position. For example, after e6, if you do a mistake and go to either of these squares, the game is lost. So you need to go only in one square to make a draw. So for example, if you go here, then I can come here. If you come here, I'll push the pawn. So then again, same position, and you know how to win. So let's see another theoretical knowledge which you need to have is about the rule of a square, which is um, each pawn, in order to become queen, there is a square. We call it rule of a square. How I can make this square is you need to go diagonal from here to the end of the line, and then from here you make a square. So if this king is inside of this square, then he would be able to capture this pawn, so before you make a queen. If it is outside of this square, you cannot reach. So let's say, for example, in this position, if it's white move, white can make queen, but if it's black move, black can capture the pawn. So white move, black move, white move, black move, white move, black move, and you make queen. So that's losing. But in this position, if it's black to move, black can come here. If white push, black come here, white push, black come here, white push, black comes here, and you make queen, and I capture it. So the game is draw. So the rules which I said was applicable for all the pawns from B to G. Okay. So point is, the rook pawns, we call it H or A pawns, has a different rules, and in order to make queens, we need to have different key squares, which we go through that and we learn about it. But these games are draw. Yeah, so if you push kings comes here, if you move your king somewhere else, the game is stalemate. If you push, it's a stalemate. So this game is draw regardless of what you do. So now let's see about the pawn endgame, which I teach you in a separate video. How from here we understand the game is draw or the game is win, and how we can manage for making the queen, the opposition ideas, and then the other stuff. So thanks for watching this video. So make yourself practice of the endgame with your partner, your dad, or your brother, sister, and keep in touch.